was only meant to be in China for 3 years, but 3 years turned into 5 years, and then I moved to the UK. In 2011, I left Australia thinking I was purely going on a small break from the country I would always associate with the word home. I was very wrong. The word home has taken on a lot more of a fluid meaning than it used to, in my head at least. I moved back home, but what does that really mean? I couldn't have written how October played out. I could not have scripted it. So with that in mind, this is October. Hello October. So I left September on the note that I was back in Nanjing, but I'm going to surprise you even further. I'm only here for 6 days, and then I'm going to Australia for the next 3 years. Surprise! I'm basically doing a flying visit back home. I'm here to say hi to the family, to pack all my stuff. It's weird because I've had to pack up all my childhood possessions and properly move out. I'm not sad, that's the strange part. I'm kind of ready for the next bit. It's odd. There's the slightest chance that I won't come back to China, and that's strange to me because this is where I grew up. This is my home. If you want to talk about irony, it started raining. Hang on a minute, let me get the other camera. Hi, how are you doing over there? It started raining. I moved to Australia, and the day I moved back, it starts raining. Like I'm back in England. Oh, how I love a good bit of irony. Right, I'm gonna put you back. Put you there. Put me back here. Hello. Hello. I'm back in Australia. I've not lived here in a long time. 5 years to be exact. You know what happens in 5 years? A lot happens in 5 years. And now I'm back. I don't quite know how to handle it. To put things into context, I'm currently living in my grandparents' house because I'm applying for university right now. What are you applying for, Erica? Good question, viewer. Applying for film school, but also auditioning for a drama school. While these applications happen, and while I don't know where I'm going to school, I will be living in country Victoria. It's getting dark, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Basically, chapter 1, the re-entry. I've re-entered the country, and there's a lot that's going to be happening because I don't know how to be an Australian anymore. Don't have it in me. Have you heard my accent? Don't know what that is. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hello, how are you? How are you? You're making my jeans all furry. Smile. Hello, and welcome welcome to the new chat show, Erica Chats While Walking Bridie. On today's show we discuss why Bridie didn't come with me to China. Basically, when you bring animals into China but then bring them back into Australia, there's a bit of a quarantine issue. In Australia there are incredibly high biosecurity laws, meaning that when an animal has been in a country with diseases such as rabies, which Australia does not have at present as far as I'm aware, they have to go through quarantine to make sure they don't bring any sort of disease into the country. Bridie does not like kennels, and in a way quarantine would have been kind of like being in a kennel for about 9 months. That would have put her in a lot of stress. So instead she came and lived out here with my grandparents, with lots of land, a big forest and things to do. So that has been episode 1 of the chat show when Erica talks while walking Bridie. See you next time. I underestimated just how cold Australia gets because it's so cold. I think the misconception is that it's very warm in Australia all the time. It's currently springtime and it's very chilly. You're not going to hear a word I say. Quite a big storm happened recently. It means the dams are overflowing, which also means good photos. Holy cow, it is cold outside. So I've tried very hard not to mention to anyone on any social media that I'm in Australia, because there are 3 people that I have kept in touch with since moving 5 years ago that have no idea that I'm here. They think I'm still in Nanjing, and I'm currently on the way to Keely's house to basically just walk in and say surprise. Keely, Stella and Jaden have absolutely no clue that I'm here, not let them know whatsoever. So I'm just gonna go and surprise scare them. There's a lot riding on this because it's taken 5 years to get to this point. Here's hoping it goes well. Let's just pause there for a second. Take note of their faces. They've literally seen me for a solid 3 seconds and it looks like they've seen a ghost. Side note, Stella is at Keely's house getting ready for a presentation. We planted that. Myself, their parents, and a couple of friends planted the idea of getting Stella to Keely's house to get ready, therefore having them in the same place at the same time. Both of them, just look at their faces. Let's continue. This is real. Oh my god! No, I was trying to... Oh my god! Shaking! Oh my god! Hi! I didn't think you were a real person. You were in China! I hid this for a little while. Did you just post photos of you in China and you were here? I got here yesterday morning. I was in China for 6 days and was like, I'm coming here, so I can't say a word. Not on Twitter, not on Instagram, not on Facebook. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This has been in the works, I kid you not, for like 5 months. I hate you. I need to figure out a way when Jaden gets here to make it the same. Hide in my toilet. Part 1 is done, I now need to get Jaden in on this. we're just reminiscing about the fact
I need it's like my AA confession. Like, hi, my name's Keely and I've been played.
No. No.
I feel lied to.
I've been cheated.
I do. I feel like you've been keeping secrets from me.
To put it in context, these people, I grew up with Keely, and I met Jaden online. That's so dodgy. I met Jaden online.
On Instagram.
I met Jaden on Instagram.
It's not like he was a random.
No.
Like, we go to school together.
No.
Every couple of weeks, it's like, oh, Erica's doing this now. And we're like, oh, cool.
No.
And we were hardcore like, she's not going to be able to pull a surprise off because she lives on social media.
I was scheduling tweets to make it look like I was still in Nanjing.
It was such a surprise. It was
I'm so happy it worked.
So much. I've never been surprised like that.
Saying, yeah, I don't think I've ever genuinely been that surprised. Well done.
It's just bizarre to be back. The most pretentious thing that came into my head is literally, I am a tourist in my own childhood memories. You can thank me later, that's so pretentiously awful. But it's true. It's like I'm a tourist in my own country, but it's a tourist of the memories that I used to have here. And a lot has happened in these areas, and it's just bizarre to have that all pieced together, and it's going to keep being bizarre. Turns out Melbourne weather is exactly like London weather in that it just pours whenever it wants to. So I didn't have an umbrella and literally got soaked. In other news, welcome to my childhood home. It is in its bare bones. There is no furniture except for the storage cabinets. This is honestly one of the weirdest things to experience. I was here as a child. I moved from one room to the next. And this, if I end up going to university in Melbourne, will be my new home. How's that for coming full circle? Being in this house, it brings up a lot of very young childhood memories. As anyone's old house usually does, and anyone's house now does. But to then possibly be living in this house as an adult, adult, whatever you want to call an 18-year-old, is very strange because it's my house and I am now a very different person in it. Today is Sunday the 16th, so I'm midway through the month, and this chapter, the readjustment. With readjusting comes the concept of reverse culture shock. Reverse culture shock, to put it simply, is the concept that when you go back to your home culture, the feeling of not fitting in, and generally the biggest thing that I found was the feeling of being very claustrophobic in social situations. An example of this was I was on the tube and had a panic attack. I had just moved. Everyone around me in China was speaking Chinese. Because I can't understand what essentially is happening around me, you can zone out and you're in your own world. When I moved to London and when I moved here, everyone is speaking the same language. And that is one of the most daunting things in my head because I can't zone it out because I can understand it. It's like trying to knock a voice out of your head. You can't. It's always going to be there. And I was on this tube and it just got too much and I was drowning. I feel like an outsider in my own culture. In my head, I feel like people know that I'm an imposter. No one probably cares. I'm not a special snowflake, but in my head, I feel like an outsider. looking in. Ooh, metaphors.
When I'm alone and find a nice photo opportunity, I set my camera up, I put it on video, I pose a bit, and then you screenshot the results. Kids these days, what have we turned into? Anyway, I looked at the photos and realised I really like the composition of this. So I thought maybe now was the time that I meant to broach the fact that today is October 21st, and a month ago today I was on a plane leaving the UK. And funnily enough, I am perfectly content with where I am right now. Yes, I miss people so much, but Twitter is a great thing, isn't it? Small interactions make my day. A couple of days ago, when we both finally had the time, Pete and I FaceTimed each other, and that was lovely. And sometimes I think that's what I need, is to remind myself that all of my friends are still actually right there. I've just got to reach out and they'll be there to talk. And that's why I'm not sad that I'm not there right now. We all know I've realised how fast time does pass. And as much as I've always disliked the phrase, before you know it, you'll be back, it slightly rings true, because I know before I know it, I will be back. And I think that is what's keeping me very calm, is I'm going to lap up the next 3 years. I'm going to enjoy the country that I was born in, and the university experience, and learning to drive, and all the small things that I didn't necessarily get to do as a teenager. And then, soon enough, I'll be back. So here's to all the happy moments, and the sad moments, and all the moments in between. And most importantly, here's to time not passing too quickly, because I don't want to blink and then miss it. Found a friendly face! Ha!
Hi,
Ha! You might remember Gareth from Brighton!
I've already featured on redheadabroad.
I think what's really bizarre is you're an Australian I met in England.
Yeah, that is bizarre.
And now, when all of our friends are still in England.
I think it's funny when you've missed a gap somewhere.
Yeah.
That we're like, we have met through someone else.
Through
and
someone else.
Now we're both here together.
Yeah.
And the other person got there.
Ella, we're here without you. I'm sorry. You can be here. There's Ella. In the middle. Photoshop her in.
All she needs to make sure that it is she. He swears his hands are pushing down, and she'll force him out of town. For all the silence born out of the violence, oh, it came a great cause. 'Cause he's got a soft spot carved into his cold heart. Now he's found that he's lost. She said there are no lies quite like yours, and that's why I fear us more and more. He said some days I struggle to meet your eyes, 'cause some days I'm so scared I'm not gonna make it alive. She'll forgo all she needs to make sure that it is she. He swears his hands are pushing down, and she'll force him out of town. And all of the silence born out of the violence, oh, it came a great cause. 'Cause he's got a soft spot carved into his cold heart. Now he's found that he's lost. 'Cause he's got a soft spot said there's no side quite like yours, and that's why I fear us more and more.
Hi Erica, how are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Melbourne.
And you brought in, this is your favourite thing, isn't it?